Hi there, and welcome to our short video on how to connect your firewall to our hosted GMS service. In this video, our goal is to take you through the steps needed on how to fill out the add unit form to get onto our system, walk you through the changes that are necessary on your firewall to get it to talk to the GMS server, and then make sure you understand some of the nuances of using a hosted GMS system. So first, let's take you through the add unit form. When you signed up for service, you were sent a link or an attachment with the GMS add unit form. If for any reason you do not have that form, please send an email to sales@virtualadministrator.com and we'll shoot you out another link to it. The form is a simple Adobe form, and it's made up of 3 areas that need to be filled out. The first area has to do with you. You're going to fill this out. It's going to be your partner information, a technical contact, and an email address so that we can put that in our records. And if we have any questions about getting it set up, this is who we would contact. The second part is the actual information for the unit that you're going to add. So if you have multiple units, you'll need multiple forms, and you'll change the center part here and possibly the bottom part as well. So you're going to need to add the specific SonicWall model, the serial number, select what level service, silver or gold, the email that you want us to send the alerts to, the SonicWall username. Now this is very important. You must send us the actual original admin username, the master admin username. You may have created some sub-accounts on the firewall. They will not work. We must have the master username, and we must have the password for that user. Next, we need a client code. Now the client code is for your customer. Okay, we're already going to put your name in front of it just so we can keep track of it, but then there's another code is called the client code. So if you have a company called ABC Company, you might put ABC Co in there as the client code. And then the last little piece of information we need is the location for this firewall within ABC Co. Normally, if it's just a single firewall, you might put something like HQ or main, but if they do happen to have multiple branch offices, just put some designation so you know which firewall it is. And the last thing that we need is if you're using our gold service, which includes the reporting, we need to know the email address that you would like to send the reports to. If you want to send multiple reports, just put a semicolon between the addresses. Put the title of the report, and there can even be a subtitle. So this may just be like, SonicWall security report for, ABC Co. or something, whatever makes sense. It's just going to show up on the front page of the report. All right. Once you get that all filled out, you're going to need to submit that form to us, and we're going to add that device to our server. So you just click on this little link at the bottom of the form, and it will send it to our box.net. It's a secure Dropbox, and then we go and pull it from there. So everything's SSL encrypted. Or if you feel comfortable sending out your information, feel free to just email that to help@virtualadministrator.com, and we'll get the process started for you. Once we finish setting your firewall up and getting the infrastructure set up for you on the GMS system, we're going to send you an email with the details of how to log in, your username, your password, and the URL to log in. And we're going to send you additional instructions on how to configure your firewall, which this video is also going to cover. Now, one of the questions that comes up quite a bit is people don't like the idea of having to give us your password for your firewall. And we completely understand that, and there is a way around that. What you're going to want to do is you're going to want to, before you submit your form, you're going to want to go into that firewall, log in, and change that master admin account to a fairly generic password. Okay? Then what you're going to do is you're going to send that generic password to us. We'll configure the system with the generic password, and then once you get your logins, one of the first things you'll do is you'll go in and through the GMS console, you can change the password back to whatever password you want. making sure that you do change the password through GMS. You don't go change it separately, because if you do, we won't be able to communicate, and we'll be back to square one. So it is possible to keep our staff from knowing the master passwords by following that methodology. Totally up to you. So once you've submitted that form and you've gotten your email back, the next thing that we need to do is we need to connect to the connect your SonicWall to communicate with the GMS server. So there's a few changes that you need to make on your local firewall, on the customer's firewall. So the first thing you're going to do is obviously log into the local firewall, and what we're going to do is we're going to make the first change is you're going to navigate to the log categories, and you're going to change the information, the logging level to informational, and you're going to change the log categories to all categories. Okay? Next, you're going to scroll down on the page, and you're going to see all of the syslog entries. And what you're going to do is you're going to uncheck the box next to syslog, which should wipe all of those entries out. They should all be blank. And then what you're going to do is you're going to add back the following entries: attacks, authenticated access, blocked websites, intrusion prevention, and network traffic. Okay? So you just need to add back those 5 sites. Those should be the only things that are selected under the syslog. The next thing you need to do is you need to go back to the main menu, go to System, Administration, and you need to make sure that the web management settings are set to 4443. You're going to change that HTTPS port to 4443. Then you're going to scroll down to Advanced Management, and you're going to click on the box that says Enable Management using GMS, and then click the Configure button. After you click the Configure button, it's going to bring up the GMS settings. In the GMS host name, you're going to type in the GMS address that we sent you in your welcome email. Just type in that URL or that IP address in the box, and then just press OK. Now you're almost done. One last thing is that you need to go back to the main menu and go to the Network Interfaces, locate your WAN interface, click on the little pencil icon there, the configure icon on the right-hand side, and you need to make sure that on that interface that HTTPS is checked. Okay, there may be other things checked there, but that must be checked. Now please make sure you don't make any other changes to this. This is your IP setting, so you may see a static IP address in there. Do not change anything other than the HTTPS, and when you're done, just say OK at the bottom. That's it. You're done connecting with all the changes that need to be done on your firewall. So now you're ready to go ahead and log in to the GMS console using the login information that we gave you. And you're basically going to want to see, you're going to see your firewall there. It's already going to be there because we've already added it manually. But what you're going to see is you should see a blue logo with a lightning bolt. And if you do see that, you know that your system is now communicating with the GMS server. If for any reason it doesn't come up, open a ticket with us and we'll help you troubleshoot it. But normally you're going to see that blue logo with a lightning bolt, and that means that you are communicating. Now the last step in this process is to transfer the SonicWall registration to the GMS server. And you do this to basically enable some additional features. Now this is another touchy subject in working with partners. They feel like they're transferring the firewall to our GMS, our MySonicWall GMS. It's not exactly right. What happens is the GMS server has its own MySonicWall account that manages all these devices. And once you have it inside of GMS and you have your device in the MySonicWall account, you no longer really need your MySonicWall account because you can do everything from within GMS. It's important to understand that you do not need to transfer this. This is optional. It's highly suggested, but it is not a requirement. If you're not comfortable, again, transferring the registration, you can still use GMS. It'll still do the alerting. You can do many of the management tasks, but you're going to find that you do lose some functionality. You're not going to be able to upgrade firmware. You're not going to be able to track the registration of your expirations. And you're not going to be able to add or update any of your subscription keys unless there is a connection between the two. Now, in order to transfer it, oh, by the way, if you do transfer it and you ever end service, trust me, it's very easy to get it back. All we have to do is delete it from the system, or you give us your ID and we'll transfer it back to you. So it's a very simple process. We've been doing this for a long time. We've been SonicWall partners for almost a decade now, so not a problem. Now, if you do want to transfer registration, all you need to do is log into your My SonicWall account. Under the My Products Product Management, just locate the firewall that you want to transfer, and literally you're going to put the little check next to the box and then delete it at the top and confirm deletion. That's all you're doing, is really you're just deleting it from your My SonicWall account, and then what happens is the GMS server will see that it's no longer attached to you, and it will automatically kind of bring it into its own My SonicWall account. That's it. The last little thing is for the reporting. If you did select the gold option and you would like your logo to show up on the report, you need to send us your logo. So the logo should be about 50K or less. Either a JPEG or a PNG format is supported. And we found that pixels of no wider than 625 are recommended. The height is not as important. It's kind of, you got a good bit of space on the page, but there are some borders, so if you can keep it less than 625 pixels wide, and a couple hundred pixels high is fine. SonicWall's logo is 189 pixels, so that'll give you an idea. As always, if you haven't signed up for our hosted GMS, we have a 30-day free trial. Just go to our website and sign up. Thanks so much.